Again, yes. Alexandra Powell-Tucci, please come to the stage. Hi everyone, good afternoon.
Speak into the mic.
Yeah, can you guys all hear me? Yeah? Okay, great. Good afternoon everyone. My name is Alexandra Powell-Tucci. You can call me Lex for short. And I use she, they pronouns. Now, this is my first time speaking at a rally, so I'm going to apologize in advance.
You're doing great!
Hell yeah!
Thank you, I appreciate that. I am a Canadian who decided to stand strong, and I am one of the creators of the subreddit 50501 Canada. And which is a Canadian reimagination of the American movement 50501 that started as 50 protests, 50 states on one day.
Yes!
And it's grown to over 3,000 members in just 5 days.
Oh, wow!
And they are our fellow Canadians and people all over the world. And I'd really like to thank the organizers of Elbows Up Canada for allowing my voice to be heard today.
Woo!
So, I am going to take a few minutes today to talk about trans rights,
Yes!
why they are important, and simply human rights, and why this is important for Canada. So I am a Canadian-born citizen with Italian and Irish descent.
Woo!
I am queer, transgender, and autistic.
Woo!
I am married to my non-binary husband who is from Indigenous and British descent.
Wow.
I'd like to think that I can represent the average Canadian as well. So, why do I mention these characteristics? Well, because they are simply a part of our identity. I have brown eyes. It is just like that.
Yep.
When authors describe a character to their readers, they describe and focus on the important characteristics of that character. That is it. That's all.
Yep.
It's a part of the pieces that make up a whole person. And why is this important? Because those specific defining traits are being twisted to be used to divide us.
Yes.
If we are divided, then how can we stand together to say no to what is happening down south?
Yes.
Their entire political world is based on a concept of us versus them.
Same.
And I refuse to participate.
Yes.
I refuse to believe that that is what Canadian values stand for. I was told 3 important things as a kid. Number 1, be kind to your neighbor, and yes, that is spelled O-U-R. And 2, help the people around you when they need help.
Yes.
And 3, don't piss off Canadian geese.
No, you feed them.
Yes, please, just feed them, don't anger them. To me, those are true Canadian values, standing together in this period of divisiveness, helping through demonstrations like this to show solidarity.
Yes.
That being said, we are true North, strong and free, and that is the key, free. Canada being and staying Canadian. I am proud who I am, but it's not easy. Being gender diverse is hard.
Yep.
Thank you. I love you too. People don't go through the potential pain and suffering of being gender diverse because it's fun, or to win some race, or to attack people. We do it because we have to be true to who we are, and for some of us, including myself, to survive. In America, sorry, 1 second. Whew, of course I lose my speech when I need it. In America, trans people are being used as scapegoats, being used as a symbol to hate, as a distraction. They argue about transports and access to bathrooms instead of focusing on the culture war that is being propagated in front of their eyes. And I say, let's call it what it is: propaganda. Don't fall for it, please. And I'm saying this to the Canadian people. This is already happening here in Canada. There have already been laws introduced to ban gender-affirming care for minors in Alberta, a medical treatment recognized worldwide by physicians at WPATH. There is rhetoric in Canada that propagates that being trans is a choice, that there are only two genders, even though Canada legally allows an X marker designation. As a comparative, Texas just introduced a bill to charge trans people with fraud. And there are reports stating that trans women have been transferred to men's prisons, even though the judicial system has blocked it.
That's what your science is about.
I know you're not booing at me, so I get it. Project 2025 outlines what happens next to us, if you would like to actually take a look. That's where this could lead. And I am asking you, is that what we want?
No!
Does that align with what it truly means to be Canadian?
No!
In closing, I'll say this. We all know that the American people are suffering. Their politicians and their citizens can't stop fighting themselves. Let's make an example and stand strong for Canada and also for our neighbors who are suffering. We support Canada and true Canadian values. And I am going to ask you all a favor that the trans community, and I am sure other marginalized communities have said as well. Please, just trust marginalized people that when we say that this is who we are, trust us and move on. Just say okay, and we'll figure it out on the way. Honestly, most of us would help you with it. Let us have the respect to exist. Let's stay united now and in the future. Thank you so much. And I'm so honored to be asked to speak today.